Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Oh my God, why can't I hear myself twice? What a weird thing.
Oh my god, you're the worst.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't understand why you can hear me twice. Can you still hear me
Because
twice?
he was sharing his stuffs.
Oh, so he was sharing me twice. Recon, I can't believe you did this. Papa John, I have to apologize to you. I did have the sound playing, but I had to mute the Discord sounds because Country and Recon don't know how to shut up for 5 minutes. So we had to make do with what we were doing there. But anyway, as you guys know, I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction here, and then we're going to go over some of the rules and things of the podcast, how it's going to be, what our choices were. We're going to talk about the stress that impacts Brad on a daily basis, and go from there. I will do so soon, Baba John. So, oh God, I think that we'll just go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and start it. We're gonna make it official. We're gonna have some rules. I will say that one of the things that you're gonna see here is that we're gonna basically ignore chat throughout the main segment points. I want to go in and be upfront about that. It's not that we're ignoring you. It's not that we don't like you. Recon is here to entertain you. Recon's going to be the #1 moderator, and we're hoping for the best. But we're going to need you guys to keep us in your thoughts with what we have going on. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Recon, wave. All right, let's see. Does everything look good? I do think so.
That's my face.
It is your face. It's right there. Nice front and center. All right, let me pull this up.
While you're doing that, I would like to talk about something that bothers me every day. You talked about my stress in my daily life. Playing League of Legends with Recon. It's tough. I'm not saying there's not somebody worse in the entire world. I just haven't met them yet. Okay, carry on.
Thank you for that little tidbit. I think that everybody here really need to hear that. But we're actually here to talk about the podcast and not your personal troubles with League. But thank you for sharing. We were actually looking for more of the chosen one versus, the actual topic. All right, so guys, the podcast is we're gonna call it Pocket Wisdom. We're just gonna have a bunch of little bit of variety in there. We're really gonna highlight some of the key things that we feel are important, and also try to keep everybody engaged, because you just can't talk about learning too much. You just don't have the bandwidth for it. It's a pain in the butt, and so we're gonna try to make it fun. We're trying to make it interesting, and we're gonna try to make it personal. In hopes that people are able to, feel a little more relaxed, learn something, and then hopefully apply it to improve their current living and quality of life. I'm gonna go in and lay out some of the ground rules. Country will pop in when he's ready with whatever he would like to say. So let's get going there. So the big thing that I already mentioned is we're not going to interact with chat while we're getting going. Brad and I are just going to interact with each other, which is already painful enough, but that's just how it's going to be. We are going to split the podcast into 3 main points. We're going to have 2 little intermissions in between as we switch topics, get a little break so we can reset our brains. Today, it's not going to be quite as intense. This is mostly meant to be introductory, a little bit of topic. We're going to have a little bit of fun. The 3 topics that we're going to have is we're going to open with a discussion on pet peeves or some type of fun fact, something that is wild that we can discuss. We're going to get a little bit of feedback from everybody, sort of discuss that towards the end of that section. And then go into a little intermission. Then we're going to have our main topic. This main topic is going to be finance focused. Country can probably go ahead and tell us a few ideas that he has.
I don't be real. I wasn't paying attention.
That's super helpful. That's a good way to start it. Give me some finance topics that we're going to discuss.
No, we're just gonna talk about things that we've heard. So I think that's the main reason why we've I'm skipping ahead here, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. We'll deal with that later. Why we chose finance was because both of us have heard a lot of things just from being on Twitch and meeting people where it feels like people struggle in that area. So it's just very simple things. We're obviously not gonna give you stock advice because that's a
Illegal.
felony. Yeah, other than that, it's just easy things. We're not gonna like this isn't like finance 500. It's how can you improve your life a little bit.
And I think a lot of these things are going to be really probably started at foundations for a lot of topics. There's just a lot of you just don't learn a lot about this in standard settings, right? I mean, I'm sure Brad will agree. A lot of this is self-taught. We learn most of our finances, with Google and making mistakes.
And by growing up poor,
That doesn't hurt. So we're hoping to be able to apply that, show people, and we're gonna try to include people as much as they want to be included in those types of discussions. We do have considerations for some special guests here and there that feel comfortable with discussing these types of things. Of course, we're never going to force anybody to be in a situation they don't want to be in. They can share in as little or as much as they want. But that's where it's going to be. Let's see. The final thing is we actually have a few things that we're going to talk about in the final section. So after we finish our main topic with which is going to probably be the largest chunk of each video, we're going to end with some type of fun discussion, whether it's a myth, a legend, and we actually have a little stock game that Country and I are going to be playing, or Brad, as we're supposed to be calling him today, where we are going to introduce those rules at the end, and Brad and Terk are going to have a little sips competition throughout the next few weeks. I think it's going to be a good time. We are planning the frequency of this podcast to be about every 2 weeks. We think that we have enough of a schedule to be able to get there. We just got to make sure that we stay committed to doing the research, because we got to make sure that what we're presenting is the best to our knowledge. And finally, we are going to be doing sips at the end of the stream. So anybody that wants to support the podcast as we go through it, all those bits and subs and all those things are appreciated. We're not ignoring you when they happen. We did turn their alerts off to keep our focus on there. But we are going to come back in the intermission. Recon is going to be able to help us sort through those, and we will be applying those sips towards the final intermission and the final section of the podcast. Today we're going to do it during both intermissions. We have a little bit more freedom, but I just have my glass of whiskey always on hand. And then lastly, Recon will be doing majority of the engagement with those of you watching, and he will be helping to sort the comments and questions that we get and help present them to us after the intermission section before we get into a new topic. The outline is pretty much going to be about 15 minutes for the opening section, 5 minutes for any intermission topics, about 30 to 40 minutes on the main topic, intermission with any questions and answers, and then finally the last section will go 15 minutes to whenever, depending on how fun everything is going. So that is going to be the structure overall. And this is actually gonna end up where our first little intermission is going to be, which is really just going to be a switch back to the other screen, because we really don't have anything further to say, but we'll be able to hopefully answer some questions that anybody had. Oh yeah, we should have known better. All right, let's get Recon back in here.
You missed something.
Oh, what'd I do?
So today, because we were gonna do our ending segment on Antonio Brown tweets, which would have been incredible. But I feel like it breaks every single TOS rule.
Yeah,
we looked at some of them before the stream, and
it wasn't good.
I don't think Twitch would let us show.
I would have. So we're gonna post the link in chat right now if you want to go view them. Go do it. There you go, Recon.
Thanks. I love how this is how it starts. All right, I need to hit
re-pull it back up now. Please understand that if this will be offensive to almost all of you, probably only Papa John should look at this.
As it should be.
This is really directed to Papa John.
Antonio Brown is one of a kind. Let's see.
He's something, that's for sure.
So what we're gonna do today, in place of that, which is sad still because it would have been fun, Recon has found a couple of "Am I the Asshole" things on Reddit, and Turk and I are going to compete basically. One of us is gonna get to go first, and then
Wait.
the other has to take the other side. They don't have a choice. So it doesn't matter how bad this is; they have to defend what that person does, or the other side.
Okay, all right. I assume that Recon's gonna read it to us so that way we can all hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it-
So
Which is
I
impressive
have-
because this is what really the podcast is about. It's about learning, right? And this is going to help Recon learn to read. So big day, big time for all of us.
I'm gonna punch him. Anyways, so I do have 6 here to choose from. So do you guys want to choose a number between 1 and 6? Do we want to like spin a wheel for it?
I'm just going to trust
how do
you.
I'll,
You
I'll,
pick two that you enjoy. We'll go.
I'll pick number 3.
Number 3. All right. All right. So
Whoa,
reading it off.
whoa! We're not doing it right now, are we?
Okay.
No, yeah. But I was just giving my pick for later.
I'll do 4 then. We'll
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 3 and number 4.
Just
Got
have it
All
ready.
right. They are
All right.
They are set and ready to go.
All right. So, country, why don't we, Brad? Why don't we have a little sip as we transition into our next section as a sign of moving on to the next thing. So let's Recon. Is there any questions? Anything? I haven't been able to look through the thing. Anything that we need to address, talk about, bring up?
No, nothing. Papa John did want Country to know that Brad to know that he looks like a toe. So that is
Yeah,
the
you can
main-
say that, but I've been called handsome twice a day. One by my wife, another time by a coworker. So
I'm just letting you know what the chat is saying here. So
I would like that redacted. We're editing that out.
You're right. Does it count in the coworker?
We can't. Brad, you can't read the chat. Look away. Look away.
All right, you ready?
Let's go. All right. Cheers. All right, let's go into the next section. Recon, do your wave. All right, Brad, you want to lead us into this one?
No, I already did. I already screwed up. I broke everything by doing it this way because I already talked about it.
Oh no, I thought we were fine. No, just go on.
No, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah,
All you.
All right, fine.
Your stream, your name.
All right, so I got into a little bit about why the format and style we chose what we're doing. The big thing is that we wanted to be more approachable in the way that we did it. I feel like a lot of the podcasts and things that we read, it's very, over the top in terms of like, it's not really information that you can sort of reach and obtain, and it's never really personal to the situation that you're going into. So one of the things that we're hoping to address is making it a lot of like dealing with a lot of situations that you guys are willing to present to us and adapt, while of course covering those bigger topics, because you have to know about the bigger topics to be able to apply to your situation. So we also understood that engagement is a big thing, and so we sort of broke it up into this to have a little bit of fun. We chose, did I hear something? Was that me? Anyway, we ended up choosing finance due to the fact that Brad and I talk a lot of finance. Probably every day we talk finance in some aspect. Brad takes quite a bit of education, of course, on it, and I join every once in a while. I should get a little bit better about that. And we really enjoy trying to figure out ways to improve the way that we're saving, investing, considering for our future. And as most of everybody here know, both of us have little ones either here or on the way, and that really impacted our future directions for how we were going to utilize and prepare money for our futures. And not only money, because I mean finance is a little bit more than money, it's also assets and what you own and what you have available to you. So all of those things are important to consider, and we're going to talk about all those things. And then the final component that I'm going to throw out there for now is that we're looking for people that are willing to come present to us their financial situation. You know, they want to improve, or they want to learn about something, or they're looking to be able to maybe properly budget, considering first time investments, thinking about saving, learning how to cut costs, or apply your resources in a better way. And we're happy to happy if you reach out to us in a private message. Can be me, Brad, Recon, could be Twitch, Discord. We can discuss it, bring it together, and with your permission, of course, we would love to be able to present it either anonymously or maybe with you present in some way, shape, or form on the podcast itself. And I think that's the main thing. We've actually had a few people in the past that have reached out to us that we've worked with to some extent. They are not willing to share their information at this time, reasonably so. And so we're just gonna continue what we're doing, try to see what we can do to help. I do want to throw the disclaimer out there at this point, though, that Brad and I are not licensed or certified, and will not be giving or telling you what to do with your money or resources. This is mostly to be educational and sort of bring to light to sort of help you make your own decisions in what you're doing. I don't
So
know if
basically, all that means is we can say, I like this. We cannot say you should do this.
that is absolutely right. And if you said that we said that you should do this, we will say no till the end.
We'll deny it.
We'll
We will commit perjury.
But I mean, main thing is just for everybody to get some little bit of learn out there, and it also helps us because, to be honest with you, I'm sure that some of those topics, some of the questions, some of the situations that are brought to us, we're not going to know anything about. And Brad and I love to do research. We're pretty much Google experts at this point, and what we don't know, we can find out. And that's how we're gonna really approach this. And then I think that those were mostly the major items that I had before we had to take a quick change. But Brad, do you have anything else that you wanted to add there, particularly about how we're gonna be handling our topics, suggestions, upcoming needs, or working with those that are here?
Yeah, I think the only thing you missed was that you're also going to add a section in the Discord specific to the podcast. And that could be for topics that people want us to see us do. Could be fun stuff, could be the not fun stuff. But either way, there'll be a spot in Terk's Discord for that. So if you want to join, Recon will post the link for the Discord. It's probably already there. And just click it and join. I don't think Terk's done that yet, though. And I don't think I told him that he should yet.
No, we did not. We did not discuss that, but it's fine. That's not going to be a big deal. Totally fine with that. I think it's actually a good idea.
Also,
right.
Question for you, because we kind of talked about it. Again, terrible planning on our end because this one really is supposed to be just informational, not really a true podcast episode. Did you want to do our intro? We skipped the pet peeve if we wanted to do it, or are we just gonna save that for next time?
I think we could do a pet peeve. It's not like there ain't a million that we could discuss in the future. So we always could.
We could do, but we could do different scenarios too, like at home versus at work versus family, stuff like that.
Oh,
Friends.
yes. I was actually thinking about one that I had at work today that I just wanted to. I was getting furious with it, but we can talk about it. We can do.
Let's go right now.
You want to do it right now, or you want to take
Work pet peeves right now.
All right, let's do it. I'm okay with it. All right, guys. So I am going to talk about one of my work pet peeves, and it's I'm sure everybody has a colleague like this, and that's what I'm going to start with. And one of my biggest pet peeves is that when I tell you that I have to go and I have something else happening, I don't mean for you to say one more thing over and over and over again about what you need help with. Like, I have things to do. I've committed time to helping you. I want you to leave me alone. And so, like, if I say I got this time, I'm out the door. And so I've now gotten a bit of a talking to because I've started just hanging up or walking away from this person in the middle of a conversation. And it's just not cool. Like, I think that one of my biggest pet peeves is be respectful of other people's time, especially if somebody's like taking their time to help you. Like, I get that, like, you might still not know how you're gonna finish whatever your task was, but that's something you'll have to figure out or working in later because everybody else has their own things to do. And course, I'd come back and help them later, when I didn't have a meeting happening. And so that's my pet peeve. It's just not being respectful when somebody's got to go. It's not being respectful of their time.
You sound like an awful coworker. I'm
No.
just picturing some poor intern, their first week on the job. They're desperately trying to learn. And it's like, 4 o'clock. They have a deadline. They're like, hey, please, can you help me? And you're like, by the way, I hate you. I'm leaving. This is your problem. See you Monday. You're
Oh no,
unbelievable.
I mean, I wouldn't leave. Like, I mean, like, I would help them for the end of the day. But like, if I have a meeting or like I have somewhere else
okay.
I have to be, like, I hate
got you.
showing up late to things because of that. Or like if something's deadline, but like, well, I mean, this is gonna sound wild, but like, I've been in this situation where I was like in a meeting with this individual, and it's like a virtual meeting, and we both had a meeting together, like with another group, like afterwards that we're going into together, and we were 5 minutes late to that meeting. As I said like 4 times, like, I gotta go. So then I just joined the meeting. The meeting's already happening. This individual joins that meeting and proceeds to interrupt what's already going on to continue what they were talking about with me.
Did you
Actually,
help him?
yes, I helped him because we were all like, I was like, we got to move past this. I was like, we're on a tight schedule, and I was like, all you have to do is write equals C6 plus 30. That's it. That was the entire issue.
That sounds like some nerd shit. Was that like Excel?
Yes, he just wanted. He was just trying to make the date go 30 days in the future in another cell, so that way he could plan out his schedule for follow-up calls.
What? Feels like there's better tools than Microsoft Excel for that.
There is better tools, but we haven't advanced to that yet.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm a crazy person here thinking that you can do something better than that.
Oh,
my
all right.
God.
So that was my pet peeve. Thank you for hearing me vent about this today. We'll now listen to Brad's work pet peeve.
I sound pretty lame now. Like, so I actually Googled it, right? I looked at work pet peeves and was like, which of these do I hate? And I found a couple. I'm going off on my own here. But there was one that said workplace gossip. It was like number 3. I love workplace gossip. By far my favorite thing in the entire world. There's drama, I want to hear about it. I want to be the first one. So if you hate workplace drama, I don't like you. Anyway.
All right. Hopefully, all right. That's a good. Is that a good intermission point there?
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
That works for me. Let's move on back to this button. It worked. Let me try it again. It did work this time.
What button?
All right. Did that button work?
It did work.
I'm back.
All right. Perfect.
Is that what it was meant to do?
That is what it was meant to do.
Oh,
I see. Okay.
All right, we do have questions this time.
All right, let's hit it off here. I'm gonna have a sip of whiskey while we get into this. Thank you for
have a sip of Jägermeister. Have you ever had a shot of that?
I've had many shots of Jägermeister at Turk's.
We pronounce it Turkmeister.
Turkmeister. Okay. I have drunk much of the Turkmeister at Turk's house.
Cheers.
Turkmeister is the way. Oh, cheers.
All right, what's our question?
All right, so we do have a 2-parter here from Papa John. What are your thoughts about the GameStop Maverick Roaring Kitty?
Is there one part?
So that's the first part. I was going to let you guys answer, and then I was going to do the next one because it's about basically. Okay, so after that, with Roaring Kitty, how do you also feel about the X-handled Unusual Whales?
I don't know about that.
Who is another trader like Roaring Kitty?
Yeah, I don't think I follow that one enough. I'm not gonna.
Even though I'm gonna look it up now, I feel like that's something we should discuss in the future.
I'm looking it up right now. Terk, go answer the question on Roaring Kitty.
Oh man, that was great. The how one individual can bring enough momentum to a group to be able to surge and destroy a market like that is absolutely phenomenal. In fact, like regulations are being, currently reviewed, checked. The changes have already been in place. It was the first time ever that, well, not the first time ever, but it was one of the few times where, like, independent companies were able to stop trading on their platforms for stock. And like, I mean, lawsuits are coming about from it, right? Because I mean, the valuation got so out of hand, value went so insane, people were making millions of dollars, and no one had anywhere to put it. I mean, because I mean, the money has to come somewhere, but I mean, the money was sort of like, wildly valued at the time, and I mean, of course, it evened itself out. But I think it's crazy how you can sort of turn so many people's beliefs into like a almost like a locomotive, and it just drove it. I mean, it was good. I mean, I actually saw recently that they just put a documentary or type of TV show, docuseries maybe, I can't remember what it was, on Netflix, and I'm excited to watch it. Brad,
He
your
also
turn.
lost a lot of people a lot of money.
Yeah, that wasn't all his fault though.
No, of course it's not his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. That's why, like, him being, followed by the government, that's crap. All he's doing is posting his position. He's not making anyone else buy. My thoughts on him as a person is he has the biggest balls that I've ever seen. Like, he was a guy who at early last week was worth $1 billion. He lost like $700 million in value in 4 days, and was making jokes about it. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Well,
Like,
it's because you make the money in sponsorships now.
well, I don't think he doesn't like sponsorship. You know what I mean? Like, he's out there. And also, I don't think that he was moving the market as much as everyone thinks he was. I don't think they have enough money to do it. Like, even him at, $1 billion. What's GameStop worth these days?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think last it traded at was like 35, 36.
Whew.
No, I mean the valuation.
Total valuation.
Yeah, it's a 300 billion. No, that's not it.
No, it can't be billion.
10 billion. It's a $10 billion company.
That sounds right.
Like, I just don't think he has that kind of pull. I think that
10.22.
institutions were going after and just following the wave. They saw the momentum, they hopped in, and that's what actually made it move as much as it did.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can still give credit there. Like that,
that
momentum started.
Yeah, he got it going. He got the all eyes on it. I'll give him the credit there.
Some
But
big fish saw an opportunity and went for it.
And I think that was more of the thing than these retail investors with their $100 in GameStop.
But what made it so interesting though is because of the sheer volume of people that got involved, right? It suddenly made a situation that is like, it's not unusual for a whale to move a market like that, right?
Well, I mean,
they have the money to, like, they can do like a single stock like that, right? They can cause some uproar. I mean, anytime, oh God, I almost said Jimmy Buffett, but it's Warren Buffett. And
I mean, probably Jimmy Buffett too. Let's not rule him out.
let's not rule him out. Anytime there's a major sale, right? Everybody's reviewing what just happened. Everybody's looking, thinking about doing the same, checking their positions. And so I think it's when you had that many people involved and suddenly everybody cares, like, it really, I think, put a little bit of a shock into the individual institutions that handles trading.
Yeah, I think it was good for the market as a whole, though. I think it got a lot of people's eyes on stocks and in investing, and they started learning more. So I think from that perspective, he did a lot of really good things.
He's still teaching
people that
he's not done.
People that would never. Some of these people would never have invested without him.
He's not dumb, to be clear. Like he's like, I mean, a little wild, a little crazy. I mean,
aren't we all?
I wouldn't give him my money to invest, but actually, that's a really good question, Brad. Would you give him $1,000 to invest?
No, I wouldn't. Why would I? I know what he's gonna do with it. I know he's putting it in the slot machine.
You don't want to take a gamble?
I can do that myself. I can run down to the casino right now and just see what I can do.
Oh God. Oh, that's a good one.
So you don't like other people gambling your money, is what I'm hearing.
If I'm gonna lose my money, I want to have fun doing it.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. If he's gonna experience loss, he might as well experience the thrill.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's some thrill to be said. All right, but what's our next question? Recon? Before we'll go off on this all day. Oh, did you read about the whale thing?
That was the unusual whales.
What do they do? Who is it? What are they?
I don't know what they are. I have no idea about this one. I'm gonna have to come back to this one.
No, well, didn't he explain it? I thought he said he did.
Yeah, they follow politicians for their trading practices and pass their buys and sells to the public.
Oh, I like it. I think that should. I mean, it is public information. I think it's delayed. I don't think that's obviously it's not live. But personally, I don't think politicians should be able to invest in individual stocks. I think they should have access to ETFs, and at that point, they would.
That makes more sense because I mean they have lobbyists and things like that they're working with all the
Right.
time that have vested interests, and you're right. There's no way that you could be unbiased in a political landscape with individual stocks, but you could with ETFs, right?
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Just give them a list. Be like, hey, you can invest in these. Have enough that it doesn't matter. Call it a day.
But I have to say, Nancy Pelosi makes great trades.
But if you've seen some of these guys suck ass at investing, like how can you be a congressman and I think one lost 58% compared to the market? What are you doing?
Oh, that was full into Western
not
Union.
not using your connections correctly.
You're the
what you're
worst
doing.
congressman in the history of the world. Can't even profit off of it. Should be fired.
Must
I
have
will say,
invested in wind power.
fun little tidbit from Recon. I have talked to 3 different Congress people at my job, and that's all I'll say on that.
Oh,
What the? You can't end there.
right. I was like, tell us more.
You better give us more than that if you're gonna bring that up.
I think.
That's about all I can say.
And
So.
then Recon's about to just disappear from the screen, just like gone.
Nancy
FBI
Pelosi
already
walks in
knows.
there with a hammer.
Can you
The
tell?
FBI already knows my position.
Can you tell us the stock sector that they were selling in?
Penny stocks.
Oh, that's
Send me some.
Two of them were in penny stocks.
Remember, there's no investment advice given here, guys. But those penny stocks, if they sold them, was not a good thing.
Bet they're winners. Bet they're no longer penny stocks.
No, because then Recon would have said penny stocks.
They were at the time. Then they invested, and now they're worth $100 billion. It's like when Nancy Pelosi is buying $100 call options of Nvidia, and now it's split, but it's trading at $1,200. That's how you make money.
All
All
right.
to the moon, baby.
Good. All right. Let's see here. Am I allowed
like that one.
Are we allowed to reach chat now? Is this intermission time?
We can
This was
have
an intermission time.
we can have a 30-second chat.
Okay, 30 second. Time point 43 minutes. I just wanted to say hello to Noctum. He wasn't here earlier for the rules. The rules are we can't really present to just as a reminder, we can't really talk with chat. We're focused on the topic at hand. We allow Recon to, or we actually pray for Recon to read the chat and help us sort of navigate what's in there if anything's important. And then we'll, of course we'll address it.
You say that as if I'm not doing my job. Okay.
Oh well, I don't want to like inflate your ego too much. I think that if we keep it at a nominal pace, that we'll get the best results. That's what Country told me, Brad.
Unbelievable.
According to Noctum, that's not Country's name. Country forever, baby.
I would like to make one comment about
he
chat,
wanted
though.
his
Can I
name
do
to be
that?
Brad. I can't help that.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
No.
All right. Papa John, he owns that plane. Recon has more hours on that plane than he does. I'm not saying his name.
I do not.
He actually means I got nothing. I got nothing to get you out of this, Recon. I'm sorry. Good luck to you. Inner thoughts. There's a kitty. We love kitties.
This is the life I chose.
So I wasn't expecting that. I thought that it was going to be a different comment. But anyway,
we're hiding this one, so it's fine. This one's not getting uploaded because it's just the intro.
What? But
we'll cut that out.
oh, it just keeps getting. Sorry. So let's see. What's next on our list here?
Has the same
Oh yeah,
beliefs too, Papa John.
we're about 45 minutes in, so we're in a pretty good spot. And then we're probably just
Okay.
gonna so we'll do a quick intermission, get in there. You
Okay.
know, we're moving pretty quick, and we actually have had some pretty good dialogue. You know, we may even consider maybe opening up one of our first like little myths/legends type things.
We have to
Just
do the Am I the Asshole yet?
oh yeah, that's what I meant. That section along with the stock game, and then we'll just see if we are gonna have any sips to handle at the end. Actually, we can probably just do them ongoing from now on for the rest of this one. I'll see what.
So far, no, there haven't been any sips.
Oh, no sips.
I've been
Excellent.
watching.
Good. Then Country and I will continue. Brad and I will just continue to do our sips in private, on the cam in private. All right. Let's see. Next is let's move along. We are going to do the Am I an A-hole?
All right, heads or tails?
Heads.
The answer is heads. Okay, so you get to pick. Do you want to go first on the first one or the second one?
I'll
We're
go
doing
first.
two.
I'll go first on the second one.
All right, so I'll go first on the first one. You have to defend that position either way. Recon, the floor is yours.
All right. So, first one. Am I the asshole for telling my dad if he wants me to get married and have kids, then he can pay for it? That's the first one.
You gonna read it?
I thought you guys were going to like,
I thought,
and then we were going to go into the story. I thought
No,
that's
I
how
need
this
I
was
need the
gonna work.
details. I need the details first.
Oh.
I can't wait to make Terk defend this one though.
All
right.
Oh no.
Cool. So yeah, so going into it. So I, 26 male, single, live in a small mobile home community. I've been told numerous times by my dad to get a girlfriend, marry, and have kids. Me personally, don't really want any of that as I will never be able to afford it. I've lied to my dad saying that I might, and after a few times of saying I might, he told me that I needed to do this for the family name. I finally snapped and told him that if this is so damn important to him, then you pull your checkbook out and pay for it. That pissed him off until I rubbed it in further and said, I don't give an F about our family name. We're not rich millionaires. I can barely afford to get a girlfriend in the first place. I finally told him that I'd rather go out with friends, find new hobbies, work hard on my career, and in the future, travel places I dream of going to. So, am I the asshole for not doing what my father wants?
First of all, is he buying a girlfriend? He says he can't afford to have.
That's
or to get a
kind of what it
girlfriend.
sounds like. That's
All
kind
right.
of what it sounds like.
I hear that they're
for
on
this.
sale right
I'm going to
now.
go yes.
So okay, just get Black Friday deal, on those open market pages. Get a nice wife. Call it a day. I'm gonna go. This guy is not the asshole. If you don't want to have kids, you don't want to have kids. I don't think there's any issue with it. Money's obviously a real problem for this guy. Honestly, it's probably best for the kid for him not to be sending his kid or bringing a kid into this world.
Is that it? It's my turn.
That's all there's not much to this one. I think this is pretty straightforward. But I want to hear what you have to say.
I am kind of happy you chose
I think that from a financial perspective, that the writer's making a big mistake. I mean, there's a lot of investment opportunity right there from the parents to help provide money that we can invest in great opportunities, such as their kid's future to become a famous sports player or doctor or anything really at this point. Maybe mechanic, plumber, anything, any kind of job. I mean, there's more money coming into it. I think that the writer's being a little hard on their parent for helping to support the next best investment strategy, kids.
So I just want to make sure I have this right. I want you to just come out and say it. You think that this guy should be forced to have kids?
Oh no.
Because his dad wants him to.
No. He should change his opinion on kids based on the proper investment opportunities.
No, I don't know what you're saying. It kind of sounds like you think this guy should be required to have kids.
No.
It's like China's one-child rule, but the other way. Like, you have to have one. So is that what you support her? I just want you to be on the record.
No. I don't want there to be any confusion. This is only from the financial perspective here, because you're not doing the writer any favors, Brad. You're not doing any favors. You're ruining relationships with their family. You're taking away their future investment opportunities. I mean, what do you got to say for yourself?
Well, I think that it's not very likely that your kid ends up going pro in anything. So
I mean, like,
it's got to be the worst investment in the history of the world.
Kids, the worst investment in the world?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you pay for them.
Yep.
You have them. You raise them. You send them to school. And if you're lucky, they don't ask for anything else. That's best case scenario.
I think Brad just described himself as a kid growing up and how excited he is that he doesn't have to ask for anything else.
Either way, I can't believe that you think people should be forced to have kids.
Brad's parents watching the stream just like, yeah, he was absolutely the worst investment we ever made.
Please, my mom loves me.
Because he never asked for anything.
I did a lot. I was a terrible kid. Mostly grandma. Also, can we talk about, financials and negotiation?
Okay.
My great grandma, worst negotiator.
Oh no, you took advantage of your great grandma.
I did not. Hear me out. Okay, so it was right after high school.
All right, story time.
I'm just contacting Adult Protective Services. Please go ahead.
No. Oh no, she's dead. It's fine. It's too late for that.
Oh god.
No. So it was right after I graduated high school, and my car broke down.
All right, that's reasonable.
And I didn't want to take out a loan. It was 2012. Market wasn't great.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
So I called up great grandma, and I was like, can I borrow $5,000? I'll pay it back. I had a crap job, no big deal. And then she said, okay, let me think about it. Calls me back a little bit later. She's like, I'm sorry, I just can't loan you $5,000. I will give you $7,000 though.
What?
And I was like, yeah, no.
That seems like the only logical option there.
Like, you drive a hard bargain, great grandma, but I accept your counter offer. And that's how we won. That's how I got a new car.
I mean, that's not a bad way to get a new car.
No, it was nice. All right. Number 2, since what we learned today is Terk wants one-child requirements in America. No,
and Brad takes advantage of our elders.
Yes, well.
Yep, we did learn that as well. This is true.
I didn't say no. I should have. That's on me.
That's on
All
me.
right. So the next one, and I will pause a little bit here just to kind of let it simmer a little bit. So, am I the asshole for following through with my late wife's wishes?
Oh boy.
You chose this. So going into it, I, 49 male, was married to my wife for 20 years. I lost her in a car accident 8 years ago. We had 2 beautiful daughters together. He gives names. I'm not going to read that. I am very close with my daughters, but they were both definitely mama's girls. My wife was a magnetic woman. She was beautiful, intelligent, kind, and people were drawn to her. An important thing to know, don't care. All right. After she had each of my daughters, she wrote them a letter. She wrote each within days after their birth and wanted to give them away on their graduation days. She put them in the firebox in her basement to avoid losing or forgetting about them. She wrote the letters with the intention of giving them to our daughters herself 18 years later as sort of a time capsule type thing. Both letters contain mostly words of wisdom and information about what was going on when they were born. Oldest daughter graduated from high school today, and I went to her room with a letter tonight. I let her cry on my shoulder. She read it, and first she seemed happy to have something directly from her mother. However, after she read it, she turned to me looking surprisingly angry. She asked why I had waited so long to give it to her. She had so many rough moments and heartbreak in the last 8 years where all she wanted was her mother's wisdom, and I withheld the letter. I told her that I was just doing what her mother had said she wanted, and my daughter shot back that her mother also hadn't planned on being in an accident. Youngest daughter heard the shouting and came into the room, and older daughter told her about the letter. Now they're both upset and don't want to talk to me. I feel awful about the situation. I was raised by my single mother after my own dad took off. So on one hand, I've always wanted to be the best father I can, and I feel terrible that I withheld something that would have brought them comfort. On the other hand, my wife had very specific instructions about her intentions with the letters, and I just wanted to follow through with that. So now I'm conflicted and just want to know, am I the asshole?
Woo!
So yeah, we chose we chose a heavy one there.
That one that has a lot of pieces in it. And I am very thankful that I get to choose the side first here. And I'm gonna choose that he is not the a-hole here. And here's my reasoning why. You know, relationships are built on a lot of trust. He knew his wife very well. He, did a lot of learning with his daughters, a lot of growing up. He was still there when they were having their hard times, and he wanted to honor his wife's wishes and be able to have the impact that she was planning to have if she had still been there. And he didn't take that from her. And who's to say that if he didn't follow her wishes that it would have been any better. So I think that he just did his best. And unfortunately, probably just a situation of a lot of factors hitting, emotions running high, different things running going, and just was a rough situation. Did his best.
Are you done?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad. Defense.
Of course he's the asshole. How could you possibly say he's not? Like, here's a guy, I don't know if you know this, but the wife's gone. Her feelings no longer matter. He can still comfort his daughters. He should have given them the letter right away, let them read it, and have that going for the rest of their life. All he did was make their struggle a little bit harder. When they had something that they could have connected to with their mom after she was gone.
How old were they when the mother died? Did it say?
It said like 10 probably for the oldest one because it said 8 years.
Oh, so you wanted them to understand. You think that it would have been appropriate for them to have adult topic infused letter at 10?
I'm saying that he should have been able to be should have been
and that
closer
we
with
should
his
have risked
kids.
them losing the letter, as
He
they
knew
were
that
growing
they were
up.
struggling. He knew that they were struggling, and he could have given it to them as a way to connect with their mom.
What situation does somebody not struggle growing up that there would have been a thing?
I don't know. When their mom doesn't die in a car accident would be number one.
That's a major life struggle. I'm not going to deny that. It's just I'm just curious what you thought about the wife's wishes though, and why he should just step all over.
They don't matter anymore.
Oh, her wishes don't matter anymore.
No, she's gone.
Oh, just her memory is just not worth anything.
No, that's not true. But
because
the
her memory was
important.
her her desire and how strong it was for this letter to be given at this time.
Well, never mind. I can't say that. I'm joking.
I just had to push it. I just had to keep pushing it. It was gonna get him.
You're trying to bait me. I'm not gonna do it. No,
we're always trying to bait you. That's fun. That's
right.
That's the
and for the record, I don't think in this situation anyone's actually the asshole.
No, I don't think so either. It's just you just don't win this situation, right? As the dad in this situation, you just don't win here.
No, that's a lose scenario.
You can only do your best.
I do just want to bring to light. So Immoral said he is not going to honor Brad's will since his wishes would no longer be relevant when he dies.
I think that's okay. I mean, it's only bad for Terk because I'm leaving him everything. So now you get nothing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, but you said you were going to leave clear instructions on what to do with it, and I've actually decided that we're going to go all in on Tesla.
I'm busy that
day.
Tesla.
No,
I like this. I like this. This was fun.
All right, let's see.
At least I didn't have to defend, forcing people to have babies, but.
Do you ever wonder? Do you think that so people that make these super complex wills, right? They have they have assets or whatever to leave, right? Do you think that they're just when you're thinking about this, you're just are you just imagining the drama unfold as you leave things and thinking I hope that I'm able to watch this as everybody gets screwed over by the way that I've did this and assigned this.
Do you like a scavenger hunt?
The first person to find all 500 clues that I've laid out around the entire globe gets my entire fortune of $2.
Did I say clues? I meant my bones. You have to find each bone. I scattered my entire body across the U.S.
Do you even have 500 bones in your body?
No, you have 250, I think. What's the number of bones, Terk? You would know.
That
366,
depends.
isn't
It
it?
depends if you count all your phalanges.
206 is the answer. So
Yeah.
that was wrong.
Some
That's
people
closer than Recon, but
say that they count like extra because like your hands have so many extra bones in there, but then some people are like, no, let's not count them. They're not independent.
So kind of on the topic, we did get a question if you guys wanted to go with it.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good.
So Papa John once again is asking, would you fake your death just so you can watch the funeral from afar and see how everyone reacts?
The last thing I need is my wife bringing her boyfriend to my funeral. No, I'm not doing it.
I was actually gonna say the trauma that you're like you put it on your kids, your family, like I was just thinking, I was like, my mother would probably come there and like be devastated, and then I might pop out and be like, oh my god, you guys reacted just like I thought you would. You were so sad, and then she'd probably die. Like,
Yeah, I think that probably ends in divorce.
Would
right?
she
Like,
take
Yeah,
you
it
with
has to.
her though? Would
Oh.
she take you with her?
oh, for sure. Like, well, she might not take me with her, but she's definitely haunting me. Like, I'm never gonna get a nice restful sleep until I die. After that,
Yeah, like I think that might just lead to divorce 100% of the time.
yeah.
Like the stress you caused. Also, you probably lost your job, and they probably replaced you because it's corporate America.
Oh yeah, but you don't tell your work. You just take a leave, leave of absence.
How are you gonna have a funeral without telling your boss that you died?
Yeah, you just don't mention it.
Oh, it's just didn't know. They're on Facebook. Aren't you friends with your people on Facebook?
they like died 3 days ago, and you're like looking at them in the office, just like
You share the obituary.
with your coworkers.
Yeah.
They sitting right next to. Oh my god.
My only thought with this, because like I remember, like I think it was Turk brought up like the whole like causing the emotional distress to your children. And my first thought when you said that was, Brad's kid isn't old enough to have emotional distress. He wouldn't even understand what's going on.
Actually, Brad's child is like, thank God, now I won't have to like fling my arms every time he touches me.
That's true too.
You know, when you bully him.
I do bully him. I wake him up all the time.
Like, what's that thing you do where he goes, ah?
No, what you do is when they're laying down, you grab both of their hands and then you pull them straight up, and then drop them. Well, you don't drop them because they're not like ever off the ground, but yeah, then their hands go up. It's called the startle reflex. It's my favorite thing in the world.
You will. Oh no. Oh no.
A terrible wig and a mustache. I love that.
Oh god. All right, let's see. So just FYI, we do have 2 sips to do. It looks like by my calculations.
You do,
Also, is it
because
game time?
Papa John and Immoral both subscribed, so that is 2 subs, baby.
Yeah, and also Pokey subscribed earlier as well.
Is it game time?
It's game time, so we get 3 drinks here. We'll count them as we'll each do 2 shots and count it even. How about that?
That works for me.
Let's do who tequila or whiskey. Recon,
Jagger.
let us know.
Jagger.
Oh, I can do. I'm gonna get you.
I don't think we have pickle whiskey, Immoral.
You should. Tarek, where's your pickle whiskey?
I don't have any. I'm out. I have my double of the Jaeger. Oh wait, Papa John, I'll do.
Wait, didn't you just say to let them choose, and then you just double a Jaeger?
Are you gonna drink it?
Yeah, I'm going to do tequila afterwards. Though. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Boom, boom.
Yeah, exactly, Papa John. The Jaeger wasn't even an option there.
Brad did this. Oh my
You
god.
were talking about Jaeger earlier?
No, I was like, what do you guys want? Tequila or whiskey? And Brad's like, Jägermeister's the only option.
I didn't say that.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Tequila. That was only a single though. Okay. All right, we're good. All right. So, we did that. So, are we on the final section now?
What's the final section?
Stock competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad only took one. He's, as little bit of a coward. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting paid, so like this is your show. I'm just doing it as a, like a courtesy to you.
But
It's not like you
I
feel-
thought we were splitting the disbursements here.
No, that's all you.
Papa John is saying Brad only took one.
I'll come to Wisconsin.
Can't blame you there. Best state in the country.
He says we can't move on until Brad takes the second shot.
Oh my god, that was like the easiest peer pressure move I've ever seen.
It's beer pressure. There's a difference.
It is peer pressure.
Oh, find the heck. Oh god, I'm not supposed to be reading that. That's on me. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
That's
right.
my
I'm just
bad.
here.
I got too excited. All right. So, Recon, did we have any other questions? Any other follow up? Anything else that we need to make note of?
Not at the moment. Everything is basically just kind of been comments on what we've been saying. So there's been no new questions.
Perfect. We'd love to see it. All right. Thank you for doing the drink there, Brad. This will be our final section of the day. We'll probably do a little bit of a we're going to introduce our stock game. Recon is going to give us a little disclaimer. I don't know what this is in my notes here, Recon, so I hope you're ready to give a disclaimer.
I don't know what disclaimer I'm giving, but sure.
So I hope that you're prepared for this disclaimer, but we're going to I'll go through the rules. We'll discuss it a little bit. Or Brad can go through the rules. He's the one that made them up, so it makes more sense for him to do the rules anyway. I'm happy to do it if he doesn't want to.
Do we do it now?
Go through the rules? Yeah. And then I was just going to say that there'll be one additional time at the end. We'll do any last drinks, do a little outro, and pick a raid and get out of here.
Yeah. So here are the rules. Every week, Turk and I are going to pick a stock that we have no financial backing in. We're not buying these stocks. We're going to pretend that we did, mostly because we are going for the world's smallest companies. Everything's under $300 million, which is tiny. So we're going to introduce them, and then Recon is also competing, and he is going to pick which one between me and Turk that he likes more, and that's the one that he gets. Every 2 weeks, whoever's performing better, the other two have to do a shot of the leader's choosing. I think that's really it. I think the only thing we really need to say is that this is not obviously financial advice. Like I said, we're not actually buying these because these are tiny companies. That usually means they're bad. They're risky. This is for fun. For funsies only. I think that's the technical term that they use.
Funsies, that's the technical term?
For funsies only.
All right. Did you explain the criteria for the valuation?
Yeah, under
of this?
$300 million only.
Cool. All right. And then we have yeah, I can go first. I just need to pull mine back up if you give me a second.
I mean, I'm already ready, but
oh, then go ahead.
That's cool. No, it's fine. What was your other rule? You said just at the end.
The 60, I was just reiterating the 60 second pitch.
Oh yeah, we have about 60 seconds to do it.
Yeah.
You're betting your life savings. If that's what you feel is best, I think that's a decision that you have to make.
I think so.
All
I
right.
think so.
My company, and this is a work of art right here. It is Everspin Technologies. The ticker is MRAM. It is a semiconductor company, and the reason I like it.
Oh no.
Oh my god! What did you do?
Oh no! Oh no! He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
He's out here screwing up my pitch.
I was just trying
Unbelievable.
I was just trying to find the ticker for the stock so I could look at it too.
Unreal. So it's a semiconductor company.
Okay.
It has
20 seconds left.
35 million. Not get more than you screwed me out of my time. I'm going for as long as I want now. It has $34 million in cash on hand right now, and a total of $10 million in total liabilities. So it's basically debt free. It's one of its biggest partners or customers is IBM. So obviously, if IBM likes you, something good's happening. It's just a great company. Coming in at $135 million valuation.
I mean, I'll say my one question for each of you at the end, so I'll let Turk go through his, and then I'll come back to it.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, so I chose Spock Holdings, ticker SPOK. They are a healthcare communication and solutions company. They focus on clinical alerts and delivering clinical needs to hospitals throughout, and they also connect hospitals to be able to generate any kind of patient needs quickly, accurately, and location based. They are turning over a profit. That's the big thing that I want to put on here. Their valuation is roughly 290 million now. So we'll take that. They are in revenue. They do have a beautiful dividend of 8% evaluation. They've been around since 1965. They've just stayed pretty consistent as a company. They're meeting needs as they come up. They've advanced with technology, and I think they're just going to be here for a while. So I think it's an excellent company to be able to put some money in, get some dividends, and not have to worry too much about them. The end.
Awesome. All right, cool. So, who do I want to ask a question to first? So, can I make a comment first? Because I did put this in the chat, but I also just want to make this comment.
Comment's fine, yeah.
So, the person who works in the medical field chose a medical stock.
Yes.
It's insider trading. That's a felony. Get him out.
No, it's make believe.
All right. So, my next question, and this one is going to be for Brad. And you know what? Papa John convinced me to ask this. Does Nancy Pelosi invest in this stock?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
If she wasn't.
All right. Okay, cool. I can get behind it. All right. Terk, my question for you is, does Elon Musk in the next 5 years have plans to purchase this company?
Oh yeah, well Elon Musk is going to purchase about 50% of existing companies, so I think the odds are good.
Probably not yours though, because it's crap.
Yeah, well I mean his payday is a nice how many billion was it?
56, I think.
Yeah, it's fine.
Billion.
Could you imagine?
He'll buy all the penny stocks out there in one fell swoop.
Yeah, he could. I mean, no one is better than Elon at taking like a $40 billion company and making it a $14 billion company.
Did you say a $40 billion to a 14?
Yeah, like he did that with Twitter perfectly. No one's ever done it better. Sorry.
All right.
Don't take it
so
out of me.
I've asked my two questions, one to each of you. If I had to choose one, I'm not gonna lie, and this may just be I'm a little biased, but I'm gonna I would go with the semiconductor.
Let's go. Eat shit, Turk.
That's all right. I just need mine to do better over the next month, and then
2
both
weeks.
of you drink. Or 2 weeks,
That's
yeah.
true.
So that's all we need. We're rooting high. We're going high here.
Mine's just better. Do you have IBM as a customer? No, didn't think so.
That's true. He also
Also,
does.
For the
have
record,
IBM
I
as a
don't know if
customer.
that's true. It's what AI gave me. So.
Oh, wait. Brad, that's weird.
No.
That's weird because in our rules it says no AI generated speech.
No. I use that as my.
No, it's right there. What do we? Is that a foul?
No, we don't. That's not in our rule book. You can use any resource that you can.
So if it is a foul, what does that mean?
No, it's an okay thing to do. I literally said, I was going in this with AI as my, and it's Google's AI, so I mean it's clearly the best, right? They would never lie to us.
Oh, AI would definitely never lie. There's totally not like entire cases of that happening or anything.
They would never.
Recon, you know what the real question that you failed to ask here was?
What?
The Magic 8-Ball.
I didn't know the Magic 8-Ball could be asked. Dang.
I mean, the Magic 8-Ball just always exists.
That's true. That's true. I should have asked the Magic 8-Ball.
So
it never lies.
Brad, it's time. Ask the Magic 8-Ball. Do you go with Terk or do you go with Brad?
Well, no, you have to ask one or the other.
Yeah. We'll just start with one and just ask the other. Yeah.
No, it has to be Recon
All
asking.
right, Recon.
Magic 8 Ball. Should I choose Brad's stock over Turk's?
My sources say no.
Ooh. According to the Magic 8 Ball, I just messed up real bad.
Yeah, it sucks that you already made your decision. You are locked in.
I am. I'm locked in. This is how it's going now.
And Magic 8 Ball has never been wrong.
No,
It's
you
the one
put
that
it
said
right.
Recon. Never mind.
So there you have it. I may be doing a shot with Brad here in 2 weeks. So we'll see how it
That's
goes.
what we'd like to see. It's gonna be a little sad, given that I'll be the only one that doesn't drink at that time. But it is what it is.
Oh, you'll have plenty of shots throughout the stream, I'm sure.
Oh god. Oh god. No, but actually I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Is there any last minute things that we need to address before we wrap up? I do see Papa John's comment there. I think he's probably right. But otherwise,
Papa John just wants to showcase that country couldn't even get out of this segment without admitting to cheating.
I have jokes where I played the fifth.
All right, cool. Any final words from you guys?
No, I think I'm good. I think we definitely learned some things here, right? Like, there's definitely some things that we should probably improve on, like planning ahead. Me.
you thought you knew what you were gonna do, and then you got on the spot and you lost it, didn't you?
No, I was just jumping all over the place. I was like, I don't care what Turk's schedule says. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm better than him.
And
We'll
how
find
did,
that out in 2 weeks.
and
I think
now,
I think we did fine.
in fact,
And it
that's
worked
what we're
so
gonna do
well.
when Brad posts this to social media after he edits it. That's gonna be our question: who was more organized and enjoyable to listen to?
I'm more enjoyable to look at.
You no. Chad has actually voted that you look like a toe.
Yeah, well, foot fetishes are one of the most common in the world, so honestly, compliment.
Nice save. Let's see. Anything that I want to say? Of course I do. Of course there is. We're really sorry that we couldn't bring Antonio Brown tweets to you guys at the end.
We will review them each week, though.
We will review them.
And if we can get a couple of weeks where it's not
Terrible.
too terrible, we'll bring in.
I mean, what
Antonio
we
Brown
should do
back.
is we should like get like a PowerPoint or something like that, and just like screenshot some into them that we can use. Because I mean, they're good, but some of them like we would get
Yeah,
canceled.
we cannot show.
Yeah,
We cannot show some of
Some
them.
of them would get us insta canceled.
All right, so we'll be back in 2 weeks is the plan. I think it's gonna be a good time. I think on that same week we're gonna have the podcast Thursday, and then Turk is gonna have a little extra on Saturday there for a fun time. Next week will be regular programming. If you have any topics that you're thinking about, we have a few already listed, but if we can hear from you, some of you guys, we'd love to have it. Anybody that wants to reach out to us to discuss some of the financial things that you're going through, or something you want to learn about, or maybe even a look at your own situation, just sort of discuss it, we'd love to have that. We are excited for everybody that came to support us and listen to this introduction today. Shout out to Recon for coordinating it, holding it together, sort of going with the flow as we added a few extra things that he wasn't expecting on there. Shout out to Brad for not following the script, and of course making sure that he picked the worst possible story for me to have to pick a side on.
I mean, no, it's fine. You support forcing people to have babies. This actually makes a lot of sense, knowing you.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's got to keep the medical field alive for babies somehow, right? So if everyone has to have a baby, that's just more money for him.
I mean that's not even true, because at the rate that Brad abuses his elders, I mean, I've got a job, so
I mean, a lot of people would agree with you though. Like Elon says, we're heading towards a crisis on our birth rate. So
that's true. We are heading to a crisis on birth rates, allegedly.
Really, a lot of people would agree with you. I don't think necessarily forcing people to have kids is the answer.
Why does this keep getting worse? Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap it up. We're just gonna.
Well, wrapping it up's not gonna get us kids.
China loves Turk. That's that right there. That's the comment of the day. That's the comment of the day.
All right, here we go. One final drink on our way out. Then we're going to end the stream.
All right, Recon, play us our song while we go out.
All right.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys next time. Hit us up in the Discord. I need to make that channel. And much love. And now we can do our outro. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.